I once met Richard the Iceman Kuklinski. Years ago, I worked for Trenton Emergency Medical Services, which covered Trenton State Prison, where Kuklinski was incarcerated. One day, I overheard one of our rigs being dispatched to the prison, a routine call, so I didn't think much of it. Later, I ran into the crew who had responded and casually asked about the patient. They told me it was the Iceman himself. I shrugged it off and went about my shift. Later that day, we transported an asthma patient to the same hospital where Kuklinski had been taken. The moment we wheeled our patient into the ER, I spotted him immediately. He was impossible to miss, his head stretched a full foot above the top of the stretcher, and his feet dangled at least a foot off the bottom. Normally, when the prison sent inmates to the hospital, they were escorted by 2 corrections officers, sometimes armed, sometimes not. But Kuklinski? He had 6 of the biggest COs I'd ever seen, all wearing sidearms, with 2 carrying shotguns. I'd never seen security that heavy before, and never did again. As I stood at the nurse's station filling out my report, I caught myself staring at him. Before I realized it, he locked eyes with me and asked, "What are you looking at?" Without missing a beat, I replied, "Nothing. Just never met anyone who had 3 HBO specials about them before." He chuckled.